Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I think tonight I'm going to make a hot fudge cake and a hot fudge brownie. We had to buy a new washing machine and it come with gobs and gobs of this styrofoam. So might as well use it on something. So what I've done is I took a piece and split it in two, so I've got two pieces here. This is going to be my hot fudge brownie, and this one is just going to be a hot fudge cake. So we're going to start with our brownie, and the color I'm going to use is burnt umber from Walmart, and I think it looks pretty close to a chocolate brownie or cake. All you gotta do is you just got to paint both pieces. You don't really have to paint all of the middle part, but I would paint on the sides because just in case, like our ice cream is not going to hide the white, you want it to look like, your brownie. So anyway, I'll show you. Already got some painted. I've got these right here painted. And I used the burnt umber. And like I said, I didn't really paint all the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, because I don't want to fill all of this up with a lot of spackling, because that spackling is not too cheap. So what I thought, let's try to cut down on some of the spackling. So I took two of these little blocks. These are the Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it kind of like a filler in my little brownie. I'm just going to hot glue them right in the middle here. One. Because if you can save money on something, you might as well try it. So I figure all this that these little blocks are taking, the space that they're taking up, that's that much less spackling that I have to use on it. Now let's put some glue on the top. Let's try to get this as even as we can. So now we just have to put spackling in the empty spots, and you're not using as much. The spackling I use is, I buy it from Lowe's. I get it in the gallon tub, and it's the DAP Fast and Final. And I've got it in a little piping bag that I got from the Dollar Tree. It comes with your bag and about 4 or 5 little tips. So I really can't tell you. There's no size on them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to fill in all of this. Let's try to. And this is going to be my ice cream. Like that. Just like that. And voila! You've got your ice cream. your brownie with your ice cream in the middle. If you want, you could smooth that out a little bit. I don't know if I want to. Let's see if we can without making a mess. Sometimes I try to straighten these out and end up making a bigger mess than what I had. There, I think that looks good.
I thought I heard you talking when I come out.
That was my husband. Hi, husband. I work out in my garage, and we've got a refrigerator out here, and it's got our bottled water and extra milk and stuff like that. And he didn't know I was filming, but that's okay. You got to meet his voice. Okay, we've got our ice cream in there. Next, I already mixed this up. What this is the caulking. You can get this at the Dollar Tree. It's just all-purpose caulk. And I mixed it up, and the colors that I put in here, it's hard to get a real good dark chocolate because this is white, and you put brown in there, and then it turns like a tan color. So I kind of put I put some burnt umber in it, and I put some of this nutmeg in it, and then it still wasn't brown like I like it, so I add a little bit of black. All you gotta do, you just gotta play around with your colors, and it's a hit or miss on the colors for me, but I think I may have got what I wanted. We're gonna go for it anyway, but I'm gonna put some, this is my hot fudge. So let's put some hot fudge on top. Let's go a little faster here and do it this way. See if we can save a little time. Alright, and of course we want our drip to come down. Get all that goodness oozing all over the sides. These right here remind me, got a restaurant, Shoney's, and you go there with a bunch of friends, and if it's your birthday, you can tell the waitress, you know, it's so-and-so's birthday, you know, and here they'll come clapping, singing happy birthday, and they always bring you out one of these little hot fudge cakes or brownies or what have you, and they were always so good. But it's a little embarrassing when they come out singing because the whole restaurant hears you. Anyway, that's I had some friends do me that way. I got over the embarrassment though as soon as I chowed down on that hot fudge brownie, and it made everything okay. Alright, let's see how our drizzles are looking. Let's get some over here in this corner. For some reason, I don't like for my corners not to have drizzle. It's just kind of like a fetish, I guess I got. Do a little bit more on this side. Okay. I think that looks good. Better quit while I'm ahead. I know me, I'll keep messing with it until it looks terrible. Okay, let's kind of clean this off so that our lid will go tight. I made this stuff right here. Actually, it's been over a week and it's staying really good. Just got to make sure you seal it up real good in a container. Now I want to put some nuts. In my nuts, okay, I will show you what I use for nuts, actually. Got it hid down here. I ordered this from Amazon. And of course, this was the smallest bag that they had. Let me show you this bag of nuts. Actually, what it is, let's see, can I get that in the camera? It's so big I can't really get in here. It's a natural corn cob bedding and litter. And my goodness, this is a, how many pound? I don't know, but what is it? Probably like 10 pound or something, but I will have nuts for a very long time. So, let's use some nuts, seeing as we've got plenty. And it really looks like nuts. Check that out. Does that not look like nuts? So, let's put some nuts on there. I'm going to kind of put them around the edge because I'm going to put some whipped cream on the top. So I'm just going to put a bunch of nuts on there. I love nuts. Alright. I think that'd be good. Kind of wish some nuts would go there. Let's see if we can throw them on there. Oop. Some of it's dripping down on my plate, but if I leave it on there and not mess with it, when this caulking dries, I should be able to peel it up, hopefully, and I'll put it on a cute little plate, and it'll just look like it's dripped down on my plate. Is the plan. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm going to take my spackling in my piping bag. We're going to put a little dollop on the top. Okay, let's see here. And where this caulking is wet, this little dollop is going to slide around. So hopefully we can get it to look halfway decent anyway. A little dollop, like that. I've got a little cherry. I ordered these little cherries from Amazon. And we'll just stick our little cherry right on the top. Just like that. Ah, there you have it. Now, does it not look good enough to eat? I think it does. Now we need to sing happy birthday to somebody. So if anybody's got a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Okay, now that's our hot fudge brownie. So I wanted to make a hot fudge cake. It's basically the same thing, but I'm going to put a little scoop of ice cream on it. And I'm going to show you how I did my ice cream scoop to kind of save a little bit on the spackling too. So I'm going to take my just one solid block, and I painted burnt umber. And I've already got one painted, because you know me, I don't like for y'all to have to sit and watch me paint. And then have to have it dry. So I've already painted it. These are really, really easy. And we're just taking our same drizzle that we've made with our caulk, and you see burnt umber and the nutmeg and the black was the colors. So let's put some drizzle on this one. And actually, I probably need to set something underneath here because it's going to drizzle down. I've got this little tiny mat. I got this at the Dollar Tree. And when I got it, everything was still $1, so it's just $1. So I'm just going to put it on there. So let's put some chocolate. See, do I want to put chocolate on there or put it on top of my ice cream? Let's drizzle it on the ice cream. So what I've done is this right here is this insulating foam gaps and crack. And this is what you can use to, you spray it in a muffin pan or cupcake pan and to make your fake baked cupcakes. So this was actually a big one, and all I did, I just took my scissors, and the scissors cuts through it so easy. I mean, it's not hard to do, and you kind of shape it, you know, say you can just cut that off, and you can kind of shape it, you know, around like an ice cream scoop. And what I've done is I just took my spackling, and I'll show you. Get it open. Let's wipe off our little knife. And all I done was just took my spackling and just started smearing it on this little foam gap and crack. Well, it was going to be a cupcake, but I thought, you know, let's save a little bit of spackling on an ice cream scoop. Anyway, you just cover the whole thing like that, you know. And you know me, I've already got one made so that we don't have to go through all that. So let's put that away. I've already got my little ice cream scoop already fixed up, and we're going to place it right on here. If you notice, you know, you can see a little bit underneath it, so all you got to do is, we need that back, don't we? Just take you some spackling, and you can also kind of use this as the glue that glues your ice cream on top of your cake, and just put, you know, some on the bottom. Kind of make it a little bit heftier right here on the edges. And I'll show you why. Kind of, you know, just press it in there a little bit. It just looks like where you've taken it out of the scoop. You know how you got the little extra around the edges, and then just stick it right on top of your cake like that. And see, there you have it. Alright, let's put this away. Put the lid on. We don't want it to dry out. Stuff is expensive. Clean off our little knife. Put my scissors away. Don't need those no more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some drizzle, I think, right on top of my ice cream. So I can add some nuts. Let's see here. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Always like chocolate. Oops. I missed the whole cake and ice cream and all, didn't I? And you just put as much as or little as you want. Let's connect that a little bit. There I go, overdoing it and making a mess here, looks like. A little bit more over here, maybe. And I think I'll quit while I'm ahead. But you all add as much as you want, or as little as you want, or you don't even have to add that. Let's put us some nuts. Let's cover this up first. I'd like to put a cherry on there. So I'm wondering if I could put a little dollop of whipped cream on top, or the spackling on top, and it not slide off. I really don't know. I don't think that'll work, honestly. So, I know what. Let's add some sprinkles. Might as well. Make it look a little different. We don't have to put cherries on top of everything, I don't guess. Add a little color to our little cake. I got a bunch of hanging on to each other there. Maybe when it dries, my drizzle dries, I might add a little dollop on top of it later. But in the meantime, I think it looks okay. But the main reason I wanted to make one of these was actually just to show you all how you can save a little bit by cutting down on so much spackling that you put on them. Like just, I'd made those cupcake bases out of that foam gap and crack, and made too many because, you know, once you open the stuff up, pretty much you have to use it all. So I just kind of filled up a bunch of my little molds and had too many, so I thought, well, I have to use it on something. So that's what I've done with it. Let's bring our pretty one over here. And I just wanted to show you how you can make an ice cream scoop without using so much spackling. And you can fill in your, even your little fake bake ice cream sandwiches, you know. Take you a couple of the little Jenga blocks and just glue them in there as like a feeler. And that way you don't have to use so much spackling. I mean, we didn't use hardly none in there. And the middle of it is, it's not going to cave in because you got the little wooden blocks in there. But anyway, I hope that I give you a tip or two, and it can help you save a little bit. And the more you save on spackling, the more you can spend on a mold. You know, get you a cookie mold, a macaroon mold or something. But anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and God bless you. Bye-bye.